Welcome to this third video in the series on tambour beading. This is an English voiceover of an originally Dutch video series, and in this episode I'm going to show you how to cast on and bind off your chain stitch. I'm going to show you two cast on methods, and the first one is the one I learned in the course I took. You start with wrapping your thread around your finger, and then you pull the thread through the fabric, and you have to hold it with your right hand in order for it not to go back through, so you can start stitching. So that's, for me, this is a little clumsy, and you'll find out I don't like this first method very much. And then what you do next is you make your stitch, and you can see here I'm losing the thread, but if I don't pull too hard it will work. You should really be holding it still. Make a stitch, go back, and then go forward, and then you're done. So I'll show you again. You wrap your thread around your left hand finger, pull the thread up all the way through, and then hold the end with your right hand and try to start stitching in the meantime. So you make one stitch, you go back once and make another stitch, and you go forward. So apart from being a little clumsy, another big disadvantage of this cast on is the one I'm going to show right now. After you've been stitching for a little while and you are adding beads and sequins, and there are 1,000 beads on your thread, and you lose your loop accidentally, and you pull out your loop and all the chain stitches come out, the end of your thread will also come out, and all the thousands of beads that are on your thread will be all over the floor. So the alternative method I'm showing you, which I developed myself, is like this. You again wrap the thread around your finger, pull the thread up, but don't pull it all the way through, just leave it down in your hand. In the next stitch we're going to wrap both threads around your hook, and in the next also both threads around your hook, and then after the second stitch you can pull your end up and leave it up and start stitching. You're done. So with this method, after you've been stitching a little while and you accidentally lose your loop and your chain stitches go ripping out, your end will be stuck. Your end won't come out, and you won't lose all the beads that are on your thread. So I'm going to show you again. Wrap the thread around your finger, pull the thread up but not pull it through, leave it down the end, and then make a stitch and pick up both threads and pull it through. You could pull the end through also now if you want a thinner start, but I'm going back once more to do another stitch with a double thread and then pull it up. So we'll pull the end out. It looks a bit messy here, but you'll get the hang of it, and then you can start stitching. So I'll show you the bind off now. The bind off is really very easy. You make your last stitch, and then what you do is you really make 3 very, very small stitches. You try to go back through the same hole, but not through the loop of your last chain stitch, but next to the loop. So you are making another stitch, but preferably through the same hole of your last stitch. And that's not really working in this example, but just try to make them as small as possible. And then you can cut it off and pull it through, and you're done. Thank you very much for watching. We have 2 more videos coming. Hope to see you soon. Bye.